Imagine you're standing in the loading dock, a full-size pallet of boxed inventory on one side and a shipping deadline breathing down your neck on the other. You've got to know exactly how much that pallet weighs before you can book a carrier, but the old floor scale you've been borrowing from a neighbor is stuck on the floor, only reads in 10-pound increments, and you've spent the last half hour wrestling with a blinking error light. It's the kind of situation that makes you wonder whether a proper industrial floor scale is worth the investment or just another piece of equipment that will collect dust. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In the next few minutes I'm going to walk through the SellEton 60 by 60 inch heavy-duty floor scale, talk about the real-world pros and cons I've seen in similar setups, and help you decide if it's the right fit before you hand over any cash. First off, let's talk about the environment this scale is built for. It's a 5,000-pound capacity platform with a 1-pound accuracy rating, and it comes with a large digital indicator that promises an easy-to-read readout. In a warehouse that moves pallets of anything from automotive parts to bulk food products, those numbers sound solid on paper. The real question is whether that capacity and accuracy translate into reliable day-to-day operation when the floor isn't perfectly level, when you're dealing with uneven loads, or when the temperature swings from a chilly early morning shift to a hot afternoon. In my experience, the industrial strength construction claim holds up as long as you respect the platform's weight distribution. If you drop a 4,500-pound pallet off-center, the scale can still give you a reading, but you'll notice a slight wobble in the indicator as it compensates. That's not a failure, it's just the physics of a big metal platform flexing under load. Who should actually consider buying this thing? If you run a small to medium-sized warehouse, a fulfillment center, or even a large workshop where you regularly ship full pallets, this scale can save you a lot of guesswork. Think about a furniture retailer that ships assembled chairs and tables. Each pallet can weigh anywhere from 1,200 to 3,800 pounds depending on the model, and carriers often charge per pound over a certain threshold. With a 5,000-pound capacity, you can weigh the whole pallet in one go, avoid the need for a separate pallet jack with an integrated scale, and get a precise reading that helps you choose the most cost-effective freight option. The same logic applies to a manufacturing shop that needs to verify raw material deliveries. A quick weigh-in can catch underfilled shipments before they go into inventory, saving you both money and paperwork. On the flip side, if you're a hobbyist or a home-based seller who only ships small boxes or a handful of items at a time, the SellEton platform is probably overkill. The size alone 60 inches square means you'll need a dedicated spot on the floor, and the weight of the unit itself can be a hurdle if you have to move it around frequently. For a dropshipper who never touches the product, a smaller bench scale with a 200-pound limit would be far more practical and cost-effective. In short, the sweet spot for this scale sits at the intersection of high-volume pallet handling and a need for precise freight cost control. Now let's dive into the practical strengths that actually matter when you start using the scale. The biggest win for me is the smart digital indicator. Unlike the analog dials you see on older industrial scales, this display flashes a clear numeric readout that's visible from across the loading dock, even under fluorescent lighting. The indicator also has a built-in tare function, so you can zero out the weight of your pallet or any container you keep on the platform. That's a small convenience that adds up. Imagine having to remember to subtract the pallet weight manually each time. The indicator does it for you, reducing human error. Another point worth highlighting is the durability of the platform itself. The scale's surface is a thick steel plate with a non-slip coating. In the field, I've seen it hold up against repeated forklift traffic, oil spills, and the occasional dropped tool without denting. Because the surface is flat and non-absorbent, you can wipe it clean with a mop and it won't affect the sensor underneath. That said, the sensor is a pressure-based load cell that sits beneath the platform, and while it's protected from direct impact, it can be sensitive to extreme temperature changes. If your warehouse runs hot in the summer, you might notice the indicator drift by a pound or two after a long day. Nothing catastrophic, but you'll want to calibrate it occasionally if you need that level of precision. Speaking of calibration, the scale does come with a basic calibration routine built into the indicator menu. It's not a full-blown auto-calibration system, so you'll need a known weight like a certified 100-pound test weight to run the routine. Most users who only need rough,